Hello friends, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Miss Liz. Today, we're continuing to read books in celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. All month of May, we're going to read books with authors and illustrators from countries in Asia and the Pacific Islands in Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia, as well as native Hawaiians. And today, we're reading a book that comes from India. This is called My Dadima Wears a Sari. It's about two young girls and their grandmother, and they learn about the piece of clothing that she wears every single day. Are you ready? Let's read. My Dadima Wears a Sari by Kashmira Sheth and illustrated by Yoshiko Jaeggi. Every day, my dadima, my grandmother, wears saris. A sari is this draped blue cloth that you see her wearing here. Saris as bright and cheerful as a bouquet of wildflowers. She wears saris in the morning. She wears them in the evening. She wears them around the house. And she wears them around town. She wears them made out of cotton. She wears them made out of silk. Sometimes she tucks the palu, the end of her sari, tightly. And sometimes she lets the palu dance in the breeze. Your saris are beautiful, Dadima, I say one day, but don't you get tired of wearing them? Never, Rupa, Dadima says. Don't you ever want to wear a gray skirt and red blouse with round buttons like Mommy does? I ask. Or a green dress like me? I never do, Dadima says. Well, what about pants with pockets and a shirt with a scarf around your neck? Don't you ever feel like wearing them, I say? Honestly, Dadima answers, I never thought about it. Why not, I want to know? Because a sari is a sari and I can do so much with it, she says. What can you do with a sari? I ask. Well, suppose you and I are sitting out on the porch and it gets hot, Dadima says. Then we can keep cool. She begins to fan the two of us with the end of her sari. Oh, I say. That's nice. And if we go to the beach and collect seashells, we can wrap the shells in my sari, Dadima says. Like this, I ask? I make a pouch with the end of her sari. Yes, Dadima answers. What else? Well, suppose we go for a walk and it begins to sprinkle, Dadima says. I can make an umbrella. And right then she covers both our heads with her sari. I like the feel of it, light and cool as a breeze. I know what else we can do with your sari, Dadima, I tell her. What else, she asks. Remember the Gir jungle you told me about? The one you went to when you were a little girl with all the lions and leopards and snakes? Of course I do, Dadima says. Imagine we are in the Gir jungle, I say. She closes her eyes and puts her hands over them. I see the deep, dark jungle, she says. Well, when we go into the jungle, you have to make sure to wear your leopard print sari, I say, and then you can wrap me up in it too, so no animal will attack us. I'll wrap you up, Dadima promises. Do you see this illustration? They're imagining they're in the jungle, and here's a lion and a tiger and a leopard. But with the leopard print sari, they blend in. And then, if we are caught in a storm and all we can find is some muddy water, we can strain it through your palu, I go on, and then we will have clean water to drink. I suppose so, Dadima says, wrinkling her nose. She doesn't like that idea very much. And if I slip and scrape my knee in the jungle, you can tear away a piece from your sari and tie a bandage on me. I sure can, Dadima says. See her in this picture tying the sari around her knee to cover up her boo-boo. And if you forget to hug me, Dadima, I can tie a knot in your sari to remind you, I say. And just then my little sister Neha comes to find me. Rupa, Rupa, where are you? She calls. I decide to play a game with Neha. Quickly, I cover myself with Dadima's sari. While I am hiding under there, I make a secret knot in the corner of her palu. That way, Dadima will remember to give me a hug. I found you, Rupa, Neha says. My turn to hide. I come out and Neha hides under the palu. Dadima, did your Dadima wear a sari too, I ask? Yes, Dadima answers, and so did my Dadima's Dadima. That means her grandmother's grandmother. Neha pokes her head out. When I grow up, will you make me a sari? She asked. You and Rupa can wear my saris, Dadima says. But they won't fit, Neha says. She looks sad. Oh, a sari can fit anyone, Dadima tells her. Come with me. And we all go to Dadima's room. Dadima takes out a bright yellow sari from her closet. Unfold this, she says. Neha and I unfold and unfold and unfold some more. Wow. But this is just a lot of cloth, I say, shaking my head. That's right, Dadima says. A sari is a long piece of material that you wrap around yourself in a special way. And this is how a sari can fit anyone. It starts as one piece of cloth and you put it on yourself in a way that fits you best. So anyone can wear a sari. Can you show us more saris, I ask? More saris, Neha squeals. Dadima takes out many saris. Some are soft, some are stiff, some are bright, and some are light. Some are fancy and some are plain. Which is your favorite, Dadima, I ask? I like all of them, Dadima says, but I have 3 special saris. Looks like the cat is even enjoying the saris in this book. Let's see which saris are Dadima's 3 special saris. Dadima takes out a pale yellow sari with rainbow-colored polka dots. This one is a half sari. It is special because it was my first sari, she tells us. And here she's remembering when her mother or her grandmother helped her put on her first sari. Next, she picks up a pink sari as soft as Neha's cheeks. I wore this sari on the plane when I came from India to America, she says. And then Dadima shows Neha and me a sari that shimmers. It is red with a palu stitched in gold. This is my wedding sari, she says. It's so beautiful, I say. It is indeed, Dadima agrees. Here's a memory of her getting married in her special sari. Can you show us how to wrap a sari, I ask? I want sari, Neha says, tugging at Dadima's palu. Dadima pulls the sari with the polka dots on it and puts it on Neha. She puts the soft pink one on me. My 2 favorite saris for my 2 granddaughters, Dadima says. Her smile fills her face like the big round moon fills the sky. Dressed in our saris, all 3 of us stand in front of the mirror. Dadima draws her sari over her head, making a snug frame around her face. Neha and I do the same. Our eyes twinkle in the mirror like the golden threads in Dadima's wedding palu. We look like you, Dadima, I say. Yes, she says, taking Neha and me in her arms. Very much so. I hug Dadima back. Then I untie the secret knot I made in her sari. Do you remember earlier in the book, she tied a knot in Dadima's sari to remind her to give her a hug? And she did. If you check out this book or read it at the library, you can read the author's note at the end of the book about the author's memory and experience with saris. And then on the very last page, the author's daughter shows us step by step how to put on a sari so you can all learn how to do it yourself. And that, my friends, is the end of my Dadima Wears a Sari. Thank you for joining me again for another virtual story time, and I will see you next week for more great books. Thanks for watching.